official review that was ordered by government body. So public inquiry accepts evidence and conduct its open hearing in public and focus more on specific occurrence. So first of all, okay, I will explain a little bit about Amri Amri is a Malaysian social activist. At first, he was a Sunni, and after that, in 2004, he took an interest into Shiaism. He traveled to Iran and southern Thailand to explore more about Shiaism. So after that, he started to speak freely about his belief among his friends until the Mufti of Perlis received several complaints about his activity. So they made some inspection into his house, and so the Mufti of Perlis suspect that he is propagating his activity of his Shiaism through NGO known as Perlis Hope. So actually, Amri is also one of the co-founder of the Perlis Hope itself. So Amri was abducted on 24th November 2016. He was gone missing on his way to to meet his friend in Jitra. His car was attacked by 4 suspicious vehicles. In the next day, at around 12:30 at midnight, they found his car was abandoned in the disused construction site in Bukit Cabang. So there is his witnesses, which is his own neighbor, owner of the motor repair shop known as Via. So Via report that he before the 3 days before his disappearance, he noticed an unusual occurrence, which is there are 3 vehicles took turn to watch over the Amri Chekmat's house, which is the 3 cars is gold Toyota Vios, white Honda Civic, and then black Toyota Hilux. They keep Toyota Vios in the morning and the black Toyota Hilux at night. So they again that's all.
My name is Nur Aftarzali binti Wan Hassan. My metric number is 25714. I'm going to explain the precedent cases, which is the case of Bemeka Velasquez versus Guatemala, which happened in 2000, which concerning the right to live life and ensure protection against torture. Bemeka Velasquez was alive when the Guatemala Armed Force took him prisoner and imprisoned him secretly in the military installation where they tortured and executed him. The first disappearance and torture and execution of a friend Bemeka Velasquez by agent of the Guatemala Armed Force show that the state has violated the Convention of the American Convention Article 1. The effect of the cases, this cause has established as proven. The case was being examined. The Velasquez was detained by the Guatemala Army in clandestine detention center for at least 4 months, and the case the panel has found out that the state has violated its obligation to respect and guarantee the right established in Article L, taking the Geneva Convention Article 3 into consideration for judgment. And the second case was the Rohingya versus Myanmar. This is concerning the freedom of religion. As we all know, in Myanmar, majority of Buddhists is around 90%, which religious minority have faced significant discrimination because of its minorities present in Myanmar. So the restriction restriction by Myanmar authorities include the restricted religious practice, denial of freedom of movement to members of religious minorities, destroy religious property, and denied failed to approve permit for religious building and renovation. This restriction represent the barrier to the right of freedom of movement and religion, have undermined the effectiveness of the right. There's also cases found that the authority of Myanmar have planned an attack over the Rohingya minorities and intend to drive them from Arakan state and relocate them from areas with majority of Buddhist population. In this case, similar to the Malaysian court and authorities, which is the Myanmar court has enacted the restriction toward the religious parties and practices which contradict to the federal constitution. For example, as we all know that during the Najib Razak administration, he didn't allow the Muslim majority to practicing the other religion other than Muslim, which we found that some of the Muslim has practicing Shia, so it is not allowed and contradict to the federal constitution. Okay. And the last case is Cyprus case. In July and August 1974, the Turkey conducted a military operation and occupied the northern of Cyprus part. I want to summarize. The military operation has caused the bigger scale killing of Cypriot as well as the high numbers of missing person. The cases concerning the violation of Article 5, the European Convention of Human Rights, which is right, liberty and security. And because the authority of Turkey has failure on the effective investigation on lawful detention that carried out by the agent of the state. That's all.
Hi, good evening, Doctor and my fellow friends. So today, my name is Elizabeth bin Kamarasman, number metric 254065. And today, I'll be talking about the law that related to the cases, or I should say the Amri case. Okay, firstly, we can divide this case into two different types of law. Okay, I'll show you. Amri case. Firstly, we can see for the Malaysian law, and another one, the international law. Okay, for the Malaysian law, there are few articles or law that can relate to the case. Firstly, we're going to see in the Federal Constitution of Malaysia. For the first one, Article 5(1) stated that no person shall be deprived of his life or personal liberty save in accordance with law. So this means that no one can be taken their life, which shows that our Malaysian government really cares about life. And the next one, we also can see that Section 3 of the Kidnapping Act 1961 provides that a case will be one of kidnapping where a ransom is demanded. So, anyone of you knows what is a ransom? Okay, I'm going to tell you what is a ransom. ransom is a sum of money that are demanded or paid for the release of a captive, which shows that in this case, the kidnappers can demand a ransom. Okay. In the section 3 of the Kidnapping Act, stated that abduction, wrongful restraint, or wrongful confinement for ransom. In 3.1, whoever with intent to hold any person for ransom abducts or wrongfully restrains such person shall be guilty of an offence and shall be punished and on conviction with death or imprisonment for life, and shall, if he is not sentenced to death, also be liable to whipping. That is the second one. And the third one we can see on section 362 of the Penal Code of Malaysia, which is abduction. Whoever by force compels or by any deceitful means induces any person to go from any place is said to be abduct that person. In this case, Amri is abducted or killed by the government. So it's essential that the state should be conduct the investigation first, promptly, and provide evidence to the family of the disappeared person. And this duty is embedded to the right of the family to know the truth regarding what has happened to the loved one. For this case, the family of Amri can consult the government and to know what has happened to Amri. So here, Malaysian law are divided into another three parts, which is the Article 5.1 and Section 3 of the Kidnapping Act. And also the Section 362 of the Penal Code of Malaysia. So, in the Malaysian law, we have three types of law that related to this case. Okay, next one, we're going to move to the international law, which firstly we can see in the International Convention for the Protection of All Persons from Enforced Disappearance, which is the ICPPED, stated that Article 2, enforced disappearance, is the arrest, detention, abduction, or any other form of deprivation of liberty by agents of the state or by persons or groups of persons acting with the authorization, support, or acquiescence of the state, followed by the refusal to acknowledge the deprivation of liberty or by concealment of the fate or whereabouts of the disappeared person, which place such a person outside the protection of the law. In this case, do you know that Malaysia does not sign the ICPPED? So, although Malaysia does not sign the signatory to the ICPPED, the panel referred and considered to the definition of enforced disappearance of this Amri case. So, and lastly, we can see through the Universal Declaration of the Human Rights 1948, which is the UDHR, stated that there are three articles in it. Article 3, which is everyone has right to life, liberty, and security of the person. Article 6, everyone has the right to recognition everywhere as a person before the law. And Article 9, no one shall be arrested, detention, or exiled without proper reason. So, in international law, we have another two types of law, which is the ICPPED and also UDHR, and can be divided into three articles, which is the Article 3, 6, and also 9. So, as a conclusion for my point here, the law that related to this case has two types of law, which is the Malaysian law and international law. And in this Malaysian law, it can be divided into three types of article or law, which is the Article 5.1 of the Federal Constitution of Malaysia, Section 3, Kidnapping Act 1961, and also Section 362, Penal Code of Malaysia. While in international law, there are two types of law that can be considered to this case, which is the ICPPED and also UDHR, which there are three articles in it, Article 3, 6, and 9. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, Doctor, I will continue. For my part is first of all, my name is Hasnatun Najwa binti Hassan, and my matric number is 265697. Okay, I will continue about the findings of this case. Okay, those at the poster, possible reason of disappearance is came from the authority and the police. Said that there are 4 possible reasons why Amri might disappear. So the first one, financial problem. Why police said like that? Because previously Amri was declared bankrupt twice, and police assumed that his disappearance is all about the chasing from the creditor or any because of his debt. And the second one, because of Amri Shia teaching activities. Police and authorities said that Amri maybe disappear because his Shia teaching activities, and some of the public authorities or any members of his villages is not satisfied with him and make him disappear. So the third one, because of contract marriage, Mufti of Perlis, Dr. Asri, or known as Dr. Marza, said that maybe Amri might disappear because he make or marry someone who live in other state, and he disappeared because of that woman. So the last one, the possible reason that mentioned by the authorities, the last one is run away to the Shia Center in Southern Thailand. So based on what my friends explained just now of the background of the case, Amri was travel to Thailand before, and maybe this time because of his disappearance on November 2016, maybe that's because of he wants to learn more about the Shia things at the Southern Thailand. Okay. Next, I will continue about the shortcomings in the police investigation. Okay, the panel of the Suhakam public inquiry stated that there are 5 shortcomings in the police investigation. Okay, panels, the first one, panel C, and so about this case. The first one, delay in the police investigation. Why the panel of Suhakam said that? Because the first one, okay, Amri might disappear on 24th of November 2016, but to appointed a police investigating for in charge for this case, it took about 14 hours of after Amri might disappear, after his wife lodged a report. So for this heavy case, police cannot and did that action because this is a serious case. Police should take immediately action to solve this case. Okay. The second one, the findings for this case is panel said classification of case as missing person case. Okay, what I read about this case, police did not want to classify this case as forced disappearance. I don't know why, because maybe they did not want others people think police and this case is a serious matter, so they want to state or classify this case as enforced disappearance. They rather say this case as a missing person case only. Okay. The third one, the shortcomings in the police investigation. Why? Because the third one is pointing a junior officer. Okay, let me tell about the junior officer that in charge for Amri case. His name is Inspector Ko. So Inspector Ko
was a very junior officer for police. He just 6 months services for his service is only for 6 months. 6 months. So why police appointed him to in charge this case? This is a serious case, so for my personal view, police should appoint someone that have more experience and credibility to in charge for this serious case. The fourth one, the shortcomings is reluctance to disclose information about Saiful Bahari. Okay, I will explain a little bit about Saiful Bahari. Saiful Bahari is the owner of the Vios, Toyota Vios, that the Toyota Vios, one of witness saw the Toyota Vios when Amri Cik Mike disappeared. So the Toyota Vios is the suspect, is it? Not the suspect. The owner of the suspect. Okay, the owner of the vehicle, of course, that person is suspect for this case. So Saiful Bahari, when police investigate about Saiful Bahari, a lot of miscommunication, a lot of misinformation about Saiful Bahari, and Saiful Bahari is one of the officer of Pulapul in Kuala Lumpur. So some said that Saiful Bahari involved in this case and kidnapped Amri Cik Mat at that time. So another last of shortcomings in the police investigation is failure to locate Saiful Bahari and secure his attendance at the public inquiry. So Saiful Bahari already asked by the Suhakam to attend public inquiry, but he did not come to this public inquiry, and until now police cannot locate him where. So why police can detect the Toyota Vios immediately after the report from the one of the witnesses saying that the number plate whatsoever, but why for one person police cannot detect until now? So it show that the unprofessional police work there. Okay, the last one I want to say about the finding of this case about the Suhakams conclude that enforced disappearance by agents of the state is appear for this case. Okay, what is agents of the state? Okay, agent of the state for this case mentioned is Special Branch Bukit Aman. So this is the suspect that kidnapped Amri Cik Mat. In fact, the suspect for Special Branch that get order to kidnap Amri Cik Mat is from Special Branch. So previously, for this case, his Amri Cik Mat wife named Nur Hayati. Okay, one of the officer from Special Branch named Sergeant. One of the sergeant from Special Branch came to Nur Hayati house and saying, and he even gave his ID card, and it is true he's from Special Branch. So he asked Nur Hayati and did not want to discuss with the information that he want to tell to Nur Hayati, and he didn't want to discuss outside Nur Hayati house because he afraid that police will came and look that one of the SB came to the Amri Cik Mat house. So what that sergeant said, the sergeant said that Inspector Koh, who in charge this case, lie about the appearance experience of the Toyota Vios in KL. So, Inspector Koh, who in charge this case, lying to Nur Hayati about the car. So, it affect Nur Hayati to trust again to police that in charge for this case. So this is very, 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 I think I consider it as, I think this case that whoever conduct this case is not relevant and unprofessional. So after the conclusion from the Sohakam, the definition of enforced disappearance is happened for Amri Cik case, and the modus operandi for this case is same like Raymond Koh case, that Raymond Koh also being disappeared from at February 17. So I think my personal conclusion is our government cannot just punish the person who they consider as a threat to country, but I think government should send other ustads or any mufti and explain more about Islam teaching to Amri Cik Mat. They cannot do this enforced disappearance simply because they have power. Okay, that's all from me. So I will pass to my friends, Nabila, for recommendation.
Okay, hi, my name is Nabila binti Zulkifli. My matric number 257177. Okay, I will explain the part of recommendation of the panel. The first part is authorities to respect freedom of religion as a fundamental human right. Okay, the fundamental human right to freedom of religion is clear set out in the UDHR and in the Federal Constitution of Malaysia. Freedom of religion is also organized in several other instruments like ICCPR. This is vital that the state and its agents, including the police and equally the state religious authority, they need to recognize and respect this right. Okay, the second recommendation is reform to standard operating procedure to the police. Okay, okay, I take example for investigation papers. During the investigation papers, the panel cannot provide. The panel need to provide the disclosure of the document contained in investigation paper request. They cannot simply judge or do not prejudice during the investigation. For example, document that they investigate need to sketch plan of the same should be declassified. The third recommendation of the panel is set up a special task force to reinvestigate the disappearance of Amri Cik Mat. Okay, like my friend said about the special task force. The special task force is should comprise of independent investigation to be appointed by the Attorney General, and there is three criteria. Three criteria in selecting members of special task. The first criteria is person who have no current or past connection with the criminal investigation. The second criteria is the person who have no current or past connection with the E2 division of the special branch in Kangar Police and special branch in Bukit Aman, Kuala Lumpur. The third criteria is a person who has no current or past connection with the member of police religious authority. The last recommendation of the panel is legal reform. I think the legal reform in amendment to the law in Malaysia, the government of Malaysia should review the penal code and criminal procedure code to incorporate and enforce involuntary disappearance under category to specific to cases involving missing person. In easy words, the government need to separate the offence of abduction and kidnapping. Okay, for the conclusion, we all know that Malaysia has not ratified the International Covenant on Civil Political Rights in 1966. This treaty including or obligates its members to protect and preserve right to life, right to freedom of religion, right to human dignity and others' right. So we all think that government should take further steps to give legal validity to ICPPED and ICCPR in Malaysia to better enable agency to resolve issue of enforced disappearance. That's all from us. Thank you.